it's a Friday night flick and you know it's going down. Get your friends and your knives and let's have a good time. Got that blade click clacking and I'm ready to go. Gotta check the homie groove on to see what knives he's got.
I can't believe it's Friday and we made it. Get the weekend started, let's go live on YouTube. It's Friday, I can't believe we made it. It's Friday. I can't believe it's Friday and we made it. Get the weekend started, let's go live on YouTube. It's a Friday night flick and you know it's going down. Get your friends and your knives and let's have a good time. Got that blade click clacking and I'm ready to go. Gotta check the homie Juve on to see what knives he's got. Oh, gotta check the homie Juve on to see what knives he's got. Oh, I can't believe it's Friday and we made it. Get the weekend started, let's go live on YouTube. It's Friday, I can't believe we made it. It's Friday. Friday night fix is ready, here we go. Watch me scramble to complete a 3-hour show. We'll talk about knives and what's on your mind. Never know what will come up this time. We vibe and we chill, including spirited debate, but we do it with love and never with hate. Talk about knives and what's on your mind. Never know what will come up this time. We vibe and we chill, including spirited debate, but we do it with love and never with hate. We vibe and we chill, including spirited debate, but we do it with love and never with hate.
We can laugh a little bit, but are you high on cigarettes? And when that stuff runs out, you're gonna wanna make it. Are you high on cigarettes?
Let's watch Juvan's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvan's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvan's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvan's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Do you know that you're right or wrong? 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 He don't smoke them, but he loves it when you do. That's why he's high on cigarettes. And if you find him, you should light him up a few. He's getting higher on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvan's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvan's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvan's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvan's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Do you know that you're right or wrong? 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 Do you know that you're right or wrong?
What is up, guys, gals, and everybody in between? What's happening? I hope you can hear me. It is Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was running a little bit late, scrambling around as one would do before an impending, alleged, rumored winter storm, which most of you will probably get hammered with. We won't get. We're on the cusp of it. We never do. But it's good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome. We've got some I think some interesting surprises tonight. Should be fun. Hey man, his first surprise. Hadn't seen you, brother. What is up? Good to see you, my friend. Ground Fog in the house. Ground Fog is in the house. And Marco's in the house. And a channel member. Angelo is in the house and a channel member. Remember, I'm doing the scratches. So I should just be going, what's up, OC Omega Stocking? I should be going, what's up, Paul Mills? My brother. Richard Hopkins, the Roman gnome. What is up, brother? I guess I should be doing it like that. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. It'll settle in. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We got B Shady in the house, the man, the myth, the legend. B Shady, good to see you, brother. We've got and we'll do some IG jumping around because I want to show you all a few things. I've got something on the table I want to show you guys. Excuse me, I just hiccuped. I was trying to slam part of this to give myself a little bit of energy because I've got very little. I'll go ahead and tell you. I worked today from, if you can call it that, from noon to 6. It was kind of brutal. I'll just be honest. I'm hoping it ices tomorrow and before 2:00. Henry, what is up? And I don't have to make an appearance. Even though it's a knife store, I love hanging out at a knife store. But I'll tell you guys, even the most wondrous of places can become laborious. What is up, Chris229? Good evening, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anybody. I'm sure I have. Trying to get to the bottom of the chat here. Blop, blop, blop. What is up? Everybody saying hi to everybody else. I love it. I love it. Y'all just sit there and chill to each other. That sounded kind of weird, didn't it? Chill to each other. Nice. Let me see if I can click on your go to the channel. See what kind of videos you got up there. Nice. You got some videos up there. You got some videos up there. Let me drop your let me subscribe for one. You got another subscriber. Let me see the best way to get your channel name where it's not just, I'm going to drop your channel, which looks like a bunch of letters because I don't think it's either I didn't grab it right. This will take you there. Or he hasn't set it up. What's his name? Which you can do that. You can go in and you can set it up, YouTube channel, and then put your name in there, what you want your channel name to be. And it's easier for people to see. But jump in there and let's get him a few more subscribers. Awesome, brother. I like to see people out there making some knife content. Looks like you're off to a good start. All I can tell you is keep doing it. Don't do it more than you're comfortable doing because it will become a albatross around your neck. Ask Richard. He's witnessed it. He spent some time with me trying to spit out content. Tonight, I think I'm going to do a video on this. I'm going to show y'all something that Well, first, let me get something to give it a little scale. Let me get my PM2. But this is a military, not a military 2. Military 2 has a compression lock. Military 1. You can still find these. Whoops. And it's the liner lock, which is really cool. Golden, Colorado. Tip up only carry, the military 1. But that's it next to a PM2. It is a ginormous knife with amazing ergos. Kind of hard not to love it because it was just tended to, jab into people, but it does so much more. This one's an S30. It is available for sale. Bang, liner lock. The military 2, which is the same size, has a compression lock, but I don't think it's nearly as interesting as the Bang military 1. So that's probably going to be tomorrow's video. I've got to do a little research on it. I've done some research on it, and I learned that it kind of came out to be a big Sal, one of them. I forget who's the dad. You've got Eric, who I think's son, and you've got Saul. Uh-oh, what happened there? Hold on, guys. I should have closer access. Titanium screws, so I don't want to jack them up. Something felt a little loosey-goosey. All right, we're golden. Yeah, you got to worry sometimes if you don't use a lot of Loctite, which I hate Loctite, so I don't use a lot when I do assemblies. But you can have screws fall out. I learned, it's kind of funny because I swept up around here last week. Got all my paper, all my crap out of here. And I evidently swept up a guitar peg, one of my pegs when I broke a string the other night. No, Mackenzie, what's up? Got Henry, what's up? Got swept up, or it could be somewhere still lost. But I had to order another one of those today, which sucks. But it's life. It's life. Neil Marcoyer channel member. Well, my effects have to be louder. Let's see if this is going to build it like it's supposed to. All right. Can y'all hear me talk over it? I guess it's still a little loud. My background music should die here shortly. But what I've got on the table to show you guys my Dragonfly. I am right now in the process of trying to obtain a K390 Warncliffe Dragonfly 2, which are available. I was looking in the catalog today. the Blue Ridge catalog, and they're still in circulation. K390 drop point, which would look just like this. But I think if I'm going to do another Dragonfly and pimp it out, I want it to be K390, and I want it to be a Wharncliffe. That's just me. Boom. I love this little knife. Since I've modded it, it has been great. It was great in FRN. It's better in titanium. This one's ZDP 189 lock back, but it's drop shot. Get past the spring. Really cool little knife here. The Concept little Main Street. I love this little knife. This is kind of a little more bougie one. It's carbon fiber and Damascus. But it's a classic knife. They've got it in a full size. We've got two of these down at Knives and More. We've got two full size Main Streets, not little Main Streets, but Main Streets. And then today, I carried my crew wear, Lamia. I carried my fret in my back pocket. I carry this every day, pretty much, unless I'm testing something. I love this knife. I know it's a little more expensive, but it's worth every penny in my opinion. I carried. I didn't have my. I thought I had my slip joint out. I'm about to do a review on this. It is a single blade trapper, a small single blade trapper Wharncliffe case, and that's what I carried my 3 knives today. I love this little knife. A lot of people aren't Wharncliffe people. This was the only Wharncliffe in a single blade in that store, and I watched it for about, I don't know, a month and a half, and then I fell on it. Yesterday I carried this. This is a fantastic knife. This knife, as long as they're available, they may not be available anymore. Grab it. It is the B Sexy. Brian Edmonds design. It might be Edmonds' son. He's a YouTuber, but he's also an amazing knife designer and has come up with a very unique, what I think is a very original design. Deep, hollow grind, super pokey, stabby. I call it a splinter digger point. It's a front flipper with great flipper action, bolster lock. We'll go see if they're still in stock. I think they might be in a couple of different places. Let's look. I apologize for my ADHD, but y'all sit tight. Here we go. Boom, to you. I'm going to share the screen, which means I'll unfortunately lose touch with you guys for just a second. But we're going to see if the sexy CXy. So there are 3 that are still available. Allow, whatever. The green Venom Twill, silver Twill, and camo carbon watermelon, which is what I just showed you. There are 46 of those in stock. 31 of those. 12 of the silver Twill at $269. Great knife, great design. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Tuya knives. I think Tuya knives, you get a lot of bang for buck. They still have any F3s in stock? Guys, this is a great knife. There are 19 of these Curtis F3s in stock. I can tell you that is a fantastic knife. I've never experienced a USA made Curtis, but that's pretty badass. What's up, Robin? What is going on, brother? Welcome, welcome. Who else did I miss? Who did I miss? I know I've missed some people. Jason may jump on tonight. I know he's got a link. He thought he might. I don't know about Shane or my favorite Spyderco is the Chapada in CTS XHP and carbon fiber. One of my favorite steels is CTS XHP. I've got my Shaman. You said yours was Shapa. My Shamans in CTS XHP. And one of my PM2s, the one I got from Justin OCD for EDC, is also in CTS. XHP. I love that steel. I love the way it sharpens. Super, super toothy. It might not have the edge retention of some of the other powder metallurgy steels, but newsflash, I don't notice the difference because I don't cut enough. I do notice that when I sharpen that up, it makes no noise when it's going through material. I love it. I carry today the Coffin Tanto knife in M390. Is that the Kaiser or Snow? Leatherman Free and Olight. Nice, nice, nice. The Coffin Tanto knife. I need to check that out. B Shady, thank you, dude. I hope you enjoy it, brother. It's a great, again, it's not made for everything by any means, but for what I think it was designed for, I think Shane knocked it out of the park. Nice, Richard. Richard, I'm going to talk to you. I've got I don't know if you guys saw, I did a post and I also did a story, but I'm not very good at Instagram stories. So what I did, 92 people liked it. Waxed Wing Knives dropped 3 knives for our little viewer group from when he was live. As a thank you, he did it before his initial drop, and I announced them. He said they all sold. Hopefully, you guys saw them. I had a bunch of subscribers, thumbs up it, and hopefully somebody got in on that. But y'all liked it. If hopefully some of you guys got those knives, and he might do that again. Do a 3-4 hour drop, set aside a few knives. I'm gonna try to have him back on very soon. I found him to be very, very to me, I just think he's a future leader. He just strikes me as a future leader. I'm going to my brain went to Very Good Knife Company because they usually have drops on Friday, and I like to support Jacob. Let's go to store. Boom. Knives in stock. Ooh, he's got some bangers in stock. And he's got some regular ones. All right. Y'all ready to look at some cool knives? I'm going to put the link in. I'm going to put a link in here first. Boom, boom. Copy. Droppy. Pasty. There you go. There's the link. If y'all want to look at your own screen, but I'm going to walk you through some of these because I think they're badasses. You've got a signature series. When you say signature series, what does that mean? That means you're getting a knife with, this looks like it has Nitro V, Python Canvas Micarta, and Fat Carbon 3-time twill trimmed with purple G10. So let's go and get some close-ups to see what we're talking about here. All right, so half of it's micarta, half of it's carbon fiber, and then you've got this G10 breaking it apart. Beautiful knife. Look at the swedge on that. Clean, numbered. Jacobs knocking it out of the park. That's, and then we've got a signature series number 22. There's Nitro V, flat grind, handle material, elk antler, copper, brown, Grip-X, inlaid with fat carbon. All right, so this ought to be very cool because Grip-X is a great material. How can I zoom on that? Let's see. Okay, so you can see between, you've got the grip X here on the back, you've got the antler on the front, and then you've got this little inlay between the G10 is where that's going on. You can barely see it. My computer, hopefully y'all's is doing it more justice. But yeah, that's a beautiful knife. 550. This one's out of stock, number 21, but look how pretty that was. He doesn't do signature series very often. He's got one more available, this big guy. Nitro V, if anybody's interested in that. That's a lot bigger than I would carry, but it looks like a really cool knife. And then he's got some, First Strike, Heritage, and AEBL, Hornet. Hornet's a beautiful knife. Little small guy. This one looks like it's acid etched. Green micarta. The overall length on this knife is 7 3/4. Beautiful little knife. Available. So I just point these out because these are just great, great knives. He's a great maker. There's details on these little knives that you won't see on other knives, like the way, there's just, you've really got to look at one. I've got 3 or 4, maybe 5 reviews from my buddy A to Z, who's bought a lot of them. But y'all check those out and go look at Jacob's store page. Look at that in red Grip X liner. Look at that. That's Grip X, which is like G10, but it's much more organically spongy feeling. It's gorgeous. Go support very good knife company. Check that stuff out. $239. Great, great, great value, in my opinion. But that's Jacob. That's a very good knife company. D Conga, what's up, brother? Who else did I miss? Joe Isabella, my shaman, the man, the myth, the legend. What is up? What is up? Or Mr. Mouse. Good to see you, brother. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're live. We're kicking it. We're looking at some knives on a couple of pages. We're about to go to Instagram and check out a few knives and see what's happening there. And I'm going to show you all a few things I shared on at the store today. I went live at the store today for a short while. I don't know if people are liking that. Today I didn't have time to really pull any knives aside. I'd like to have more time back in my little corner where I can show knives, but I have people coming in and out. And today it was just me and John. So unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of free time. So when there's not a lot of free time, I can go live for a second, but I can't go live for long. So it kind of sucks. That's the bad side of it. Let's see what I got here. All right. I'm going to show y'all first some stuff I posted today from the store, and then I'm going to show you my feed, and then we're going to move on to plan B. Here we go. Bang. Interesting knife, the Mini Bedlam. One of the smoother Benchmades I've experienced, but it's just not my jam. Very cool though. Mini Bedlam. This is an old Platorian. It's like maybe the second generation, maybe the first. D2. I think it's like 400 bones. Beautiful, beautiful knife. If you're a Medford guy, this knife, I can't believe we still have it there. It is one of my favorites, one that I'm afraid I'm going to buy. I don't need it because it's a little big for me, but it is a Bark River Essential 2. It's got a Mokume silver and blue bolster and a canvas micarta handle. It's CPM 154. Awesome knife. And this is that tip is just light, but that is a driver defense Empress. The blade, I don't know if you can tell, it's got it's a certain type of Damascus, and then Mokume or Mokutab. Mokume, I think, is the whole handle. It's a front flipper liner lock or frame lock. I can't remember. I can take pictures if anybody's interested. It's a beautiful knife. We got the little Birch Chubby, a Birch Chubby. It was traded in by my buddy A to Z, who's chubby. And then we picked up probably about 12 or 15 different patterns of Rosecraft blades. And they are nice. They're very nice knives. I'll give them that. Not something that is my jam because I'm not jumping into slip joints like that. But it is a good slip joint. That's the Savage Creek gun stock. Moving on. That's an old Ultratech Hellhound Shadow DLC. That's an Ultratech Gen 2. You can tell by the rounded corners and the proprietary hardware. Not zero blade play. I think I've got 1 0 blade play Hellhound down there. Those are going to be your Gen 3s. This knife needs to be bought. I'm not an Emerson guy. I think this knife's 3 bones. It has the original skull. I forget who the silversmith who made that skull, which is a Punisher skull for that knife, which is a ProTech Emerson collaboration, an E7T3 Punisher. It's a chisel grind. Really nice knife. It's got a inlay on the automatic little flipper thing or the button. Here are a couple of Godsons. I think that's going to be everything I posted today. Oh, this little guy. If you're looking for a cute Benchmade, I've never seen a micro pocket rocket, a Benchmade frame lock. Bang. Very cool little knife. That's an easy guy for all the time. Let's do a little crack on this little guy. That music's giving me flashbacks. God, that's a Willie radio. Here's the Be Sexy or B60. We do have a mini Narrows down there. That knife does feel unique in its detent and in its deployment and in its retraction. Something about that's special. A folding SOCOP, SOCP. Usually that's a big fixed blade. That's a big ass butterfly knife. Not butterfly, but bar lock, axis lock knife. Here's KC Horse. Now we're going to go to my homepage and we're going to look at Mr. Designs. Very cool. We're going to see all the shit that I haven't gotten to, but I will. I've been hounding Kyle about this. If anyone has a talent that they want to teach other people, this school is a platform that started for people that you can get subscribers to pay to take your class. I haven't looked into it because I don't have a. Hey, look, it's Ray and Bees at SHOT Show. Awesome. Can you believe that guy? That didn't even look like Stevie to me. There's one of Colin McGuire, amazing maker up in Maine, and also a forger. He forges his Damascus. Really talented guy. Our buddy Jim, well, not to dox him, but I did. I'm sorry, Jim. Heretic Knives, I like their single action stuff. There's Jacob. Love some Jacob. All right, my ADHD is getting the best of me. I'm gonna have to stop this because I'm getting bored with it. Come back to y'all. Boom. All right, my comments went away. You know what that means? There they are. They're back. Knife Nut, what's going on, brother? Cliff, what's going on? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Sierra Rick. What is up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. I think I said hey to D Conga. What's up, D Conga? Looking for Knife Nut. There he is. What's up, Knife Nut 69? Metal Relic Art. What is up, brother? Good to see you. I was looking for Derek for real. Seen Derek tonight. Cliff, good to see you, bud. But yeah, man, it's been a crazy week at the shop. Crazy week away from the shop. Henry, what's up? Good to see you, brother. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Friday Night Flex, where I should have some background music playing. I've got this tune, and I actually pay for this freaking background music, but I've got this tune. I'm going to put it back to about 11. I'm going to hit it. Bang. I think that sets more of a low-key mood. Kind of gets a little bit more. Projectiles are sharp. What is up? I feel like I should be showing off more knobs. I'm loving a Kaiser trestle. Yes, they sent it to me, but I carry it quite a bit. I carry the spear point. And a Lancelot leather. McCurty wood or something. I can't pronounce that right. And then aluminum bolsters on this guy. This is a Vanguard. And my favorite is the Kaiser plates, which is carbon fiber. S45. Really nice slip joint. Yeah, it's a modern. But I think it's about $161, so it's not costing you $300. And it does come with a very nice leather slip. It looks oddly familiar. And I can't say enough nice things. Excuse me, I'm hiccuping about Brian's knife. That is just a gorgeous knife that's very functional for the things that I do, which is opening packages, ripping into cat food, cutting paracord, and digging a splinter if I have to. But it's just feels great in hand. And these are available, as we just saw, on Tia's website in limited numbers. And what's up, Rob's Naughty Knives? And they are all numbered on the clip. Another little kind of a extra. So I don't know if the numbers are per colorway or total. He did a great job. He really did. It's a beautiful knife. Absolute win. What's up, Douglas? Welcome, brother. Hopefully somebody won over at Metal Complexes. I saw he had a big giveaway tonight. I know a lot of us go over there. I used to go over there and hang before the Friday Night Flicks when he was still a little earlier. Except that 8-bit music would just drive me crazy. What's up, Cat Scratch? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody saying hey to everybody. What's up, Thomas? I'm with Smith Thomas. There he is. Normus, what's up? But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff coming in. I've got the Gripper V2 that unfortunately probably won't be here till Monday or Tuesday. I've got a couple of cool fixies coming in. I've got a Slippy coming in that I want to show off. Several other things, some of which I can't remember, most of which I can't remember. It's been a crazy week. And then working this week down at my little part-time job turned into more of a shift type job because one of the guys down there is having too far away, Rob, for Texas. Definitely will be in Atlanta. And we've got a little show here, a 2-day show, the Rocket City Night Show. It'll be the second annual. I filmed the first one in February 27th to 28th, which I'm kind of stoked about. It'll be real small, but there's some small town makers that show up. McNeese shows up there, a couple of others. But I wish I was in Blaze Show, Texas. I wish I was at SHOT Show. I noticed there are a lot of guys like Bees and Ray. I'm sure a lot of people got press passes and just went for it. But no, not me, buddy. I'm on low budget. I'm a low budget guy. I'm planning for Atlanta. That's tough, dude. Yeah, I know. Usually it always falls around with stuff or tough. And for me, it's just a matter of having the cash to get over there. May be able to go over there with Knives and More and do some of the stuff with them and their buyers. I've talked to a couple of makers, but it seems like the ones that work with content creators already kind of have theirs lined up for a couple of years ago or last year. I noticed that Concept had a lot of creators, and I just said, hey, if y'all need help, I'll be there. And I think they're pretty well stacked up. So if I go, it'll just be to hang out, which is how I like it anyway. I love the Kaiser dinner. That's always a big kind of a highlight. And then just going around seeing people is a blast. What's up, Splitting Slices? What is going on, brother? And we may have a Jason Grant stop by at some point. Maybe Kyle will come from his slumber and jump in. You never know. What is up, Kevin Smith and Knives? Cat Scratch, what's up? Good to see you guys. David, what's happening, brother? Good to see you, man. I wish I had more stuff to show off. I do have Spartan Harsey without a regrind, unfortunately, but it's an original. I love it. It's a coolie. Most of that stuff that I carried this week, except for the Evo, I did not carry this week. I just love this knife. It's got Pro X Bill scales on it. And then Joe Isabella sent me this little Tucson. It's TS 246, I believe, M390, but it's got purple camo carbon scales that he fashioned and put on this bad boy, which makes it a heirloom for me. In the same vein, I've got a TS 150 that he put some scales on. What's up, Lord Needham? Welcome, brother. And then this is the only knife I've ever had an S-spring failure on. And I went in and, I just failed it. I went in and replaced it because it came with a couple of extras. This is a Concept Striker. And they went in pretty easily. It was an easy repair. And it was almost like the Omega spring wasn't broken. I don't know if it had come out of the track or if it was just crimped, because it did have a little bit of crimp. What's up, Lakeside 8? What is happening, brother? But I couldn't tell. Put it back together, put another one in, and it worked fine. So I don't know if I'm kind of expecting to see if this one, something funky goes on with it or not. And it may just be the springs are oversized to the knife, but time will tell. And I've been flipping that one and I haven't had any issues with it. So we will see. Before I do a review, we will definitely see. But I do have a video up of me getting inside of it, fixing that one Omega spring. Lord Needham, I bet you are staying busy, brother. I hope it's all good, my friend. I hope it's all good. I hope it's productive and freeing you up to do the shit you love. We do have you know, we've got about 17 or 18 patterns. Henry, do this. Call me there tomorrow. Look up Knives and More, or it's on any of my videos. Here's a number: 256-489-4500. Call me tomorrow after 2 o'clock. You can come back and check this. I forget what the timestamp is. 48 minutes into the live. And I'll check for you, because we got a bunch. But I don't know the patterns well enough to know, right? The favorite knife I currently own is the one I carry today. It is my Lamia. But my number one is not my favorite, as odd as that sounds. I've got a knife that I like objectively more than that knife, and it's the Field Duty EDC. It's no longer available. Fully on my knife. But from a detent standpoint, in a blade shape and fit in my hand, this knife's about as perfect as it can go. But my favorite, my most cherished, is my Crewwear Lamia. They are available. This one's USA made, where my Field Duty's not. Made by Riot. So it's kind of a loaded question. It's hard to come up with just like one favorite. If I had to run out of here with one, it would be neither of those, because I've got one that's worth more money than it should be. But it's this would be probably the one that I ran out of the fire with. Not because it's my coolest. Well, it is my coolest. My most valuable knife. The Michael Ziba numbered S5 Odin pattern. So that's the one I'd probably grab. But I would never grab just one. That's why I carry cases. But now I can't carry all my cases in one running gun. especially if I'm carrying my pill dispensers, my freedom pill dispenser. Then I'm screwed. Thanks, Lord Needham. That is a fantastic one. Lord Needham was responsible for most of my grails. That young man traded me some bangers, sold me some bangers. My mini Arius, which I was showing you guys the other day. But I would definitely grab the small green case. And I would probably grab be hard, man. And just, if I was just in a run and gun type situation. My YouTube thing keeps saying now would be a good time to insert an ad. Now would be a good time to insert an ad. See, it's trying to get me to ad pump you people. I'm not going to do it. I ain't going to do no ads. Now, ads will happen if you come back and watch the video, of course. And I'm sure they happen in the mid-roll. I don't control those. But I could control ads in live streams. And you guys have probably seen them. I don't know if many knife live streamers do them, but I've seen them in others. It's very disruptive where you're watching a live stream and like every 15 minutes, an ad break happens. And that's just somebody who's set it up to run that way. And it used to do it by default. I used to have to go in and change it. Now it doesn't. It defaults to this message saying you could be making money on your live streams and you're not, blah, blah, blah. How much time you got, brother? How much time you got? You know what one of my most comfortable is? I think my little Kaiser Micro, which I don't have over here, is an amazing knife. And this is probably my most comfortable, but it's very similar. The Microbe to this little hump, just a smaller version of this knife, and it folds. But that's a lot of questions. I would have to put some thought into it. I can't. What's up, Sobex? Sobex Scooter's in the house. Hopefully he'll be able to go to Atlanta this year. I know it's touch and go for him because it falls right around a special day. Stephen Parkers, what is up, brother? Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. But yeah, trying to think. Sobex, are you gonna? I don't even know when Blade Show is this year. I know it's the first weekend of June. I don't know what 2 days that falls on. But I'm gonna try to make it over. Hopefully, go over with Shane, and Ryan. I don't know who those goobers are. And maybe Jason will come over here and talk some smack with us. His knife should be here, I think, Tuesday. Peter sent it to me, a Therapeutic Edge, after he reviewed it. So there is a review out there on it. And I've got a review on the Best Tech OEM one that he was going to do a purchase from Best Tech, but instead he went with a licensing deal with North Mountain Blades, who did the Dwyer and several Tangos that I've reviewed. That's a great knife. And I'm really looking forward to checking out the Gripper V2 with the North Mountain blade treatment. Because they do great work from what I've been able to tell. I mean, that Desert Ironwood, not called a Tango. What's that damn? I forget what it's called. I'm not even going to say it, but it's $130 for a titanium liner lock. Really nice. Really nice knife. But yeah, we're just chilling. This is the Said Faction pre-show, as some people call it, where people hang out before Said Faction, chill, listen to some music, watch some weird drops. People get all tired and I don't have anything to say, I'll drop the nannerpuss.
You can call me Nannerpuss. And guess what? I love...
That just means I've run out of stuff to say. My stream of consciousness has run dry. And again, I'm usually like chipper at night. And since I've been putting in a little extra hours, my whole body just doesn't feel it. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm not going to say it's old age because I will not yield to that shit. No way, no how. I think it's just life. I think just life just comes at you. I think that's what it is. And then when you got old parents that both worry about weather and they worry you about it and you could care less about, yeah. Mosquito in the shop, dude, you must be in a nice area. If you still got mosquitoes out there. I'm in the South and it is cold as... What's up, Kathleen Smith? Nice to see you, young lady. I hope everybody's staying warm tonight. And if you're in the path of the impending Snowmageddon or Ice-mageddon or whatever they're calling it, stay safe. Get your bread. For me, I got nicotine and Dr. Pepper. I'm in good shape. And I know if anyone is like northwest of here, they're much colder. Because the weird thing about where we are, we're kind of on that ice, snow. It's going to change back and forth if we get the precipitation, which is always an if because we're in a valley. But if we get the precipitation, it could shift back and forth. And then you've got overpasses that freeze and you've got employers that want you there. I won't go in because I'm just an hourly guy. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Not going to happen. Negative 29 with the wind. Douglas winds for the coldest 15 stories of ice. Ice age. Dude, ice storms. The last real ice storm I partook in, I was I guess you'd call it, I was psychonauting. My buddy's parents, we were in college, but his parents were stuck in Philadelphia, so we all stayed at his house, which was in our neighborhood. We all could have driven, but there was no driving to be done. And we went sledding that night, and it wasn't snow, it was just ice. And my sled, I went through a driveway, and the sled just bumped up and hit my chin. No big deal, but it put a big ass gash in it. So there was no choice but to go get stitches. And we had to, I think I've told this story. We sled the 3.5 miles in an ice storm to the hospital. Went in, I got stitched up. Keep in mind, I was psychonauting, so I was tripping my brains out. Came out, and my sled was stolen. My three buddies' sled was not stolen, but mine was. So I had to walk back while they sledded, or at least push their sleds. Yeah, it's 33 in North Alabama. And it's going to drop. I don't think the precipitation is supposed to start here till like 9 in the morning. We'll see what happens. It'll be cold at 9 in the morning. It'll snow, and then it'll rain, and it'll freeze. It'll be weird. 1931 Leatherworks. What is up? His name's showing up. Feels like 9 degrees in Maryland. God, dude. Yeah, the wind cuts through you. That's what it is here. The wind is super, super cold, which for me, if it feels cold, it is cold. I keep my house about 68. I don't like to crank my heat like hot. And I threw on a sweatshirt tonight because it was getting a little bit chilly. What are you going to do? I choose to layer up. Yeah, no snow. It'll be one of those no snowmageddons. I don't know when it's supposed to start out west, but I've just been seeing when I scroll through my YouTube on my TV, you'll see it's going to be bad, and you'll see the swath of ice and snow and the little line. I don't pay attention to it. college football tragedies in the country or in the world, I don't watch videos about that shit. Be real. Keep it cool in Texas here at 74. Dude, that's nice, man. I couldn't tell if this was going to dip down. Cold is going to be here South Alabama Sunday night. Yeah, maybe that's when it's going to be. Yeah, I'm hoping no big snowstorms. It always screws everything up for places I'm trying to go. It always like coincides with shit I need to do. And I take care of my dad who lives up a super steep hill. So the only way getting up there is walking, and that's not worth it. It's just a pain in the ass. I don't have a four-wheeler. I need one, especially looking after him. 60 degrees in Southwest Louisiana. Well, usually in North Alabama, it's always warmest before we have our biggest snowstorm. So I don't know what y'all's forecast says, but don't let warm weather with fronts in the South fool you, because they will go from 65 degrees one day to 20 the next and a bunch of shit. That's the way it always happens here. And usually when we're planning for it, like if the weather people say it's going to be bad, it never is. It's only bad when they miss it. In my experience, which is pretty extensive now, seeing as I've got about 58 years around this joint. Subtract maybe 7 when I was in Colorado. My golden years. I'll call them my golden years. But everybody do stay warm. Good thing Roman Gnome's back home. He's at least not somewhere up in the Tennessee mountains, because that would suck. I would imagine. I know you guys have the wherewithal and the insulation and everything you need to stay warm, but that would not be a fun thing to go through. And I'm sure you've gone through some of those, where you're out there just doing it up and the snow comes up out of nowhere. That's true. You know, and the C word, which we don't say on YouTube, but the C word was great for the knife community. It brought me into the knife community. And at the time, I was buying a shitload of knives. I think a lot of people were too. I think that's what put a lot of knife little businesses into business. I know that's how EMP EDC started. Several started after that because they started their channels during that time period. The C word. Al Kinley's working on Mills knife, going to be on 2030. You do it, brother. Hopefully I'll still be awake. I'm doing my best. I'm sitting here. I'm going to have to go grab a Dr. Pepper though, guys. And the only way I can do that is to pull these earphones out of my ears. I don't want to do that. But I am going to go grab a Dr. Pepper. And I am going to do the asshole thing. Out. All right. Got those out. That was a pain in the ass. Let's see what happens if I click serve an ad. I'll be right back. Had to check for the Tomcat. All right, now, because I'm wearing a toque or a toboggan or whatever you call this thing, I got to stick these things in my head. Hold on. But if I unplugged them like I did the last time during my members live, I got all kinds of jacked up. There's one. Boom. Perfect. I can hear. Here's the other one. Perfect. Flip it over my ear. Stick it in my head. Hiccup. I apologize for the hiccup. And I'm going to let my Dr. Pepper sit there because I dropped it. And I'm afraid right now it's a pipe bomb. If I open it, it'll just, which wouldn't be good for anybody, especially not me. But no, everybody stay warm. Hopefully you'll dodge the snowstorm. If anything, if we have one, I will go out and I'll make a snow angel. I did get a knife in yesterday. See if I can reach it without knocking it. If I get up later, I'll grab it. But it's a little kukri type thing. Some company sent it to me. Doesn't look that bad. It doesn't have a coated blade, but I'm going to go out and I'm going to chop some shit. Especially if it snows, I'll go out because I've got several I need to film me chopping some shit with to see if they can deform or not. I haven't done reviews on them because of that. Because I don't do a lot of chopping. I'm a cutter. Not like self-cutter, but I cut shit open. I don't chop a lot of stuff. Lucky Dog Nas, what's up, brother? Get me a Mentos. Let's see what happens if I just crack. Usually hey, Paul. Benchmades. Oh, it got a little spray. Fuck. Benchmades don't come cheap on the primary. Benchmates do have a little wiggle room in their pricing. I've learned that. So if you've got a Benchmade that you're interested in and you want to find out what you can buy it for, call me one day between 2 and 6 at that number I posted up. This one right here. I've got a little chart. And they don't publish those prices, but I can offer those prices. And they are significant savings. And the warranty is great. Unfortunately, there are no Benchmades I'm just dying for right now. I do want to bail out, kind of, but kind of want to tagged out. I think they're very cool knives. Let's see if it's going to spray more shit on my computer. No. I'm going to mute myself because this is going to be a chugga. Yum. I am kind of bummed because in Alabama, they're no longer distributing the cherry Dr. Pepper, which was kind of my favorite. I was a big fan of the cherry Dr. Pepper, but screw me. They don't do it anymore. And they don't do the green Red Bull, which I just got back into when I started working. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm tired at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not like firing on all cylinders. Going live has helped me down there, but there's only so much you can do, right? If I would lay out a bunch of cool knives and then come back over there and could count on nobody coming in, like if it was closed, it would be a much better scenario. Hey, dude, Richard, if you find some, I need to get on Amazon. Oh, I'm going to get on Amazon. I haven't even checked. The news shootout is dropping in Z-Ware. I'll tell you what I'm waiting for is the Shaman and a couple of others in Maximet, or not Maximet. Why can't I think of it? In Magnicut. No, it's not mine, Dr. Drew, dude. It is available down at Knives and More. It was my buddy A to Z EDC's. He bought it new. It was too small for him, and he traded it down there. And it's been down there for about a month. A little over, maybe. But it's available. I don't know how much it is, but you can call me tomorrow, too. It's not 15V. Nice. Richard, you're the man. I'll hook myself up. You're awesome. I was all over the green Dr. Pepper. Or not the green Dr. Pepper, the green Red Bull. And now I'm having to go with the pink and the blue. Oh, it already came out in 15V. What's weird is we order that stuff through a distributor or Spyderco. The only direct I think is Case and Benchmade. I could be wrong. They may buy directly from Spyderco, but a lot of times Spyderco does not have models available. Protec's another one that we deal with directly because that new Protect button locks come out, and we haven't been able to order it yet. It's not been released, I guess, because of SHOT Show for dealers to order. So you run into stuff like that. Lakeside, you probably have. For me, it's tough. I don't know what it is. I'll get fired up. Usually, my productive night starts at about 11:30 or 12 o'clock at night. That's when I do. Like, I've got a video that I'll shoot tonight after this live stream. That'll be my video for tomorrow. I won't go live until 2 in the afternoon, but I'll shoot it tonight and I'll have it uploaded and ready to go. It's going to be on the Spyderco Military One, a liner lock, big ass knife. But yeah, I'll do that tonight. And usually I would stay up till 6 or 7 o'clock and then go to bed. Well, now working this part-time job, I really can't. I can go to bed about 3 or 4 o'clock and get enough sleep to wake up at 10 o'clock, be fine. But I don't sleep like that. I'll wake up like at 6, fall asleep for an hour, wake up at 8 or whatever. It's just weird. I've got to somehow get my groove on. So when it's time to actually move my ass, I feel like move my ass. I always do. And once I get there, it's better because I'm interacting with people. So I kind of like, it's kind of getting cold water thrown in your face. But yeah, cold water in the face is sometimes just how you have to start your day. The older I get, I say. But the Military One is really cool. I don't think I would buy it because there's not anybody that I've seen that makes scales for it. I'll tell you something else we've got that I thought was going to sell today, and I don't think it did, was a Mannix 2XL. Hello, Blaze. What's up? And it's a black on black, really nice. When Kyle joins, I sent him a Mannix 2, and I sent him my liners because he was looking for a set of liners for a build he's doing. And I don't use my liners. I've got the linerless rock scale design knives liners on mine. And I've had it that way for 3 years. I don't plan on all of a sudden getting jagged liners back on my Mannix 2. I don't know why I'm losing it, but I am. I'm losing my train of thought. I'm going to blame it on dementia because it is allegedly a little bit, and what would you call it, biological. My dad's like fully engulfed in that shit. So I feel like if nothing else, I'm going to get some from just exposure from what do they call it? Assimilation. I'm on my ass around it. I'm going to stick it up. My circadian cycle is off. Without a doubt, dude. I need to get my buzz on, my circadian buzz. Speaking of circadians, that was a knife I really, really liked. I traded that with Knives and More. They've actually got that knife. That's a Reif knife, or Reef. Somebody tell me that was pronounced. Reif is pronounced Reef. But it's a MagnaCut sheep's foot. Just a little bit bigger than what I carried. Yeah, the Mannix 2 and the PM3 are fantastic. However, I've only had one PM3 and I traded it because I've got small hands, but for me, the PM2 is just a dang near perfect knife for me. This was my EDC knife of all times. If you could buy one EDC knife, I would recommend PM2. I don't care if it's a lightweight or if it's G10 or if it's Carta, just whatever you're into. This is an S110V. This was a Blurple one. This is my first real knife outside of my Spyderco Dragonfly 2, which I bought a week before this. I bought both of these at St. Nick's Knives. And I modded it about, 3 years later. Let me check something real quick. Uh-oh. I've missed. Hey, do y'all know the knife that was used to... Hold on a second. The knife that Abraham used to kill Isaac has been found in Britain. Y'all know what it was? Allegedly. I've been missing texts. Again, it was a Dyson. Not that you would know what that means, but it is 100% a Dyson. Oh, little buddy, I didn't feel my wrist vibrate. I don't know, when was that sent? 8:11. That was almost an hour ago. Anyway, Cortex is one of the finest knives. I'll tell you a knife that I've found to be equally as pleasing, thanks to Ryan Ellis. Let me test his out when we were together not too long ago, is a Prince Custom. What a beautiful knife and a well-made knife that is. That is a banger. Yeah, Crow, we've got Miss Ron. I've got Brother Kyle will be on here in just a little while, and then we've got Brother Jason Grant to join us probably about 10 o'clock, close to when we get done. I think he's going to jump in. There's no telling. We've kind of got a, not Russian roulette. That's not a good way to say it, but there are a lot of links out there. People can jump in if they're feeling it, and if they've got something to show. But I don't have a guest like I did last week with Waxwing Knives. One of the best guests I think we've had, just because he was really, really cool. A really nice guy. And then he did the promotion today where he did a drop for subscribers. He had 3 knives that he dropped early for you guys, which I thought was cool. He's going to come back. And then we've got Gary Creeley from Creeley Blades will be on in the next couple of weeks. We just got to schedule that for where it works with him. A lot of these guys go to bed a good bit earlier than I go live because they work, when the sun comes up in a shop making knives. But hopefully we'll have some guests, my friend. If not, I will just talk until my guest count gets to 0 because I will drive people away with my rampant train of thought because there's no telling which rabbit hole I might fall down. Somebody might throw something out in the chat that just gets me going down a rabbit hole. Go to Shane's IG. Oh, yeah. Let's look at the Meathead Camp Knife. Hold on a second. That's a good idea. Good idea. Richard's thinking. Saving the show. Let's go do a little Instagram sleuthing. And let's go to Edgy. I've allegedly got a TRM on the way too. Boom. Check that out. Richard, did you that's awesome, dude. What a beautiful, beautiful knife. Was available. It's Pro Cut 65 HRC. It is sold. Edgy's been telling me that he's been working his ass off the last few days. That's why he's not coming on tonight. He's been doing daytime. That's from our this is our turn this motherfucker up and let you go on the church nowadays. I can't let the music fuck me, but hold on. Let's do this. We got to go back to that. It's too good. I've got to get some music for it. Hold on. Bear with me.
I'm back in my bag, yo. Conscious. ISO. Diamond. Back in my bag and I gotta brag, I do this shit for real. When we was down and we had nothing, we had to share a meal. We put the shit in overdrive with no steering wheel. Shorty throw that thing back in a pair of heels. Yeah, she be riding on that thing like a Ferris wheel. Yeah, I love them dark skin, brown skin, caramel. You know I had to bring it to the hood like she can't.
That's too good.
She keep on turning head cause when she woke that thing jiggle. And we going back on them like we Huey and we Riley. This
Riley.
that back in my back flow, we back again so highly. This that back in my back flow, we back to change the climate. This that back in my back flow, we bring the force like Tommy. Back in my back
Taking
flow.
my bag up. That was funny. But anyway, that was Shane. Let's see what else is going on in the Shane world. I love the Tanto Heathen. That is Javon's Brett. Let's go back to make sure y'all are looking at this. And we're just going to scroll and see what Instagram's serving me up. So we're going to go refresh Instagram. Show me what you got. Show me what you, just showing a knife. Not interested. All right, let's go on. And this girl right here, Lisa, the reason I follow her, she is a fantastic guitarist. Like that guy that I show y'all who's a great drummer. She's an excellent guitarist. Ooh. Pretty sick looking knives there. I love, what is this called? An opium? What's that knife called? An opium? A top one. What's that top knife called? I know it's got some controversial name, but it's Hunter S. Thompson. The edge, there's no honest way to explain it because the only people who really know where it are the ones who've gone over. God bless you, Hunter S. Thompson. I used to just, hey, look, Case Knives is at SHOT Show. Or should I say Zippo? It's that little guy right there. That little peachy design. I've got one of those coming. I really want to try it out. Looks like a cool little knife. And I really get excited about killing knives, but I'm gonna check that out. That's just a fucking win. That's a win. We're gonna watch it again. Boom. That's badass. Badass little tabby. Give a shit. He don't give a shit. There's a Grimsmo. Jacob Creates Chickadee, now made by Millet Knives, which is why they look different than my Jacob Creates Chickadees. Still don't understand that, but I'm sure the quality hadn't gone down. I've got that same Spyderco. Mine says number 16 because it's one of Justin OCD for EDC's patterns, and I put Dragonfly scales on mine. I've got my orange scales in the box if I ever sell it, which I won't. Let's see what else we got here. I love BP Custom Knives. These knives are awesome, in my opinion. This guy makes beautiful knives. What a beautiful fucking grind. Excuse my language. I mean, that's just sexy. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. All of his knives, to me, are very appealing. The cat is a winner. I think all three of those. I've always liked this guy's knives. I've never seen one in person. I think I saw him at Blade Show, but his table was very, very, very busy. The Fook Slim. This is the FUK SLIM in LMAX. I love that knife. I want that knife. If anybody wants to surprise me, get me a Fook Slim. A Fook Slim. But I love those. Those are cool. Let's go back to home, see what's happening. Uh-oh. Somebody's got a squirrel chilling in a box. Uh-oh. More than one squirrel. No, one squirrel. Two squirrels. Oh, whatever. I like squirrels. That is a very good looking Kaiser knife that I'm not familiar with. I do have some Kaiser's inbound for February, but I don't know if I've got one of those. Look at that. That looks like a rad cleaver. A very rad cleaver. Beautiful Gamma steel or something. What kind of knife is that? Sanmai Damacor. Auction day R&D prototype cleaver. Interesting knife. More BPs. Are you doing okay? No, but I have chosen the chaos. I love shit like that. I don't know why. I don't know why. What's that? That blade looks familiar, but that's an interesting knife. Is that a locking? Ooh, I love that. I allegedly have one of those inbound to check out. I love American Blade Work slip joints. I love American Blade Work knives. Water, oxygen, black cat. Yeah, I agree. Delica mod. See if you get a Delica. That's try to tell people this is the store. You can really make them your own. That back spring, anytime you're fooling with the back spring knife and you're doing a mod, put that medium spring in first, the middle spring, the one that holds the lock bar in. I didn't do that. Never seen a hunting bingo before? That's not a house cat, people. He didn't do much to impress me. I thought he was going to get something. That's a straight line EDC. He's coming up with more and more little cool designs, little traditional designs that he's making into fixed blades. That's Igor. He's over in Italy. Joe Rogan. Hey, look, it's Red Wolf. It's been a hard week, blah, blah, blah. Good to see you, Red Wolf. That's the first live stream I was ever on for Knives Live at 5 o'clock in the morning. Was with him, Andrew from God, he made really cool Hawaiian. He's in Hawaii. He made really cool scales. And there was one more guy that joined us. I forgot who it was, but yeah. Oh no. Oh, his tongue got stuck to the ball. Look at that, bro. That sucks. Fuck you. That's what that dog just said. Anyway, cool stuff. That was probably AI. Here's a cat looking like a panther. Goal this Friday. What is that? The new RR standard. Does look good to me. I like the blade shape of that one. I don't know if y'all have followed the RR standard. To me, it's always looked like a very blocky knife where the blade almost looked like it was. I think that clip point looks really cool. We've seen that. This turns out to be a happy story, but I don't know how much of this is real. We got to watch it now. We got to see what happens. Hopefully, Mom will make it back. If not, we're going to be stuck with the little guy. Oh, they got them both, or they got AI making the big one look like it's there. It's not the same cat. Yeah, maybe it is. She's pregnant. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff that shows up. That's a Medford. What is it called? Not an MKT. It's a DSP. What is that called? The Medford. Anyway, I don't know what it's called. What do we got here? Hey, look, SHOT Show. It's Jared. Let's see what he's talking about.
Which is obviously a giant, virtually indestructible vehicle, 40,000 pounds.
Here you go, Jared.
One night, a man heard a strange noise coming from a tree near his house. As he got closer, he found a serval kitten, scared and trying to hide.
Uh-oh.
As soon as he arrived, the little feline ate and was received with a lot of...
Uh-oh. This thing's going to get big and it's going to eat that child. Just gonna eat. No, I think Serval will stay kind of small. Let's see how big he gets. He's getting up there. Start waiting for her to fall asleep. Then he's gonna go for the vein in the neck. That's what they do. Cool little knife. I want a. These are wild. These are AI, but they're. I don't know why I think they're so funny.
Olha só esses gatos trabalhando. Eles não podem trabalhar juntos. Olha só.
All right, guys. Swipe somebody's pad.
Jared's always got somebody following with the camera. It was very annoying. But anyway.
Hey guys, Kev here.
Hey,
you
Kev,
ever
that's an extra knives. What's he gonna say?
get a knife and just go, damn?
No, rarely. But anyway, Bruce Wilson's and cats. That was an Asher knives. Button lock, really cool. Tintables, make some really cool knives. Don't know what that was. There is the what do we got there? Oh, that is a Lamia and something else. SPK Hadoken. So this is a knife that he must be prototyping. I'm not really buying into it. It's not my jam, but I like to see that Alex is making another knife. What's that? Tough Knives and Vosteed. Yeah. Very cool. Not feeling Vosteed right now. Check it out. Check it out. Boom. I get a lot of those. Boom. Splash. Boom. Splash. I know it's bad. It's bad, but what we're going to do, we're going to look just a few more Grateful Dead pin. If you've been on a long strange trip, you don't need a pin. I don't want to read about orcas. Don't want to see that. Don't want to see that. What is that? What is this? That's a pretty knife. Is that a where? Snoop. Took a bunch of pictures. What's your favorite? All right, we're about to get out of here. What do we got? Boom, boom, boom. Get away, get away. What did he grab? What did he save? Let's see what he saved. No way. Get out of here. No way. This is AI. This is bullshit. Was he going to be friends with the polar bear now? Yeah, no way. Who's that? Concept Knives. Who's that?
Our first collaboration with Concept Knives, the K9. This is, for all intents and purposes, a liner lock. However, it does kind of have a mono frame underneath of titanium. It runs the length of the knife, and then these are true scales strapped to the outside. So it's got the function of like a frame lock, but with the dexterity that comes with a liner lock.
I like it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do we got going on here? All right, we're almost out of here, guys. We're almost out of here. 5. 4. 3. We're out of here. What's up, Kyle?
Sorry to leave you hanging.
You didn't leave me hanging.
I'm just trying to get as much as I could done.
No, dude. You don't have, like I say, you're always a guest here. You're welcome. What was that cat viewing? There's no telling, but he was fully immersed in the 3D experience. If I had that for Puck, he wouldn't be out there braving the cold right now. How have you been, buddy? Just busy?
Yeah, and then trying to supposed to get absolutely pounded in the butt with winter weather this evening, or starting tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow, we're supposed to starting tomorrow evening, I think. And what sucks is I'm supposed to work at 2, and if it starts snowing, dude, because it's going to start precipitating early, I'm not going in. I'm not going to fucking risk myself getting stuck for
Well,
11 bucks
between
an hour.
tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. until Monday morning, so 24 hours, we're supposed to get 8 to 12 inches.
Yeah, y'all are going to get hammered, dude. I mean, I don't think there's like an if, it's just how much, right? At this point, it's how much.
Yeah, it's already 7 degrees out right now before wind chill.
Hey, Kyle, did you see what I'm going to review tomorrow?
What?
Check this out.
Military?
Look. Yes, sir. That's a PM2. It is a military 1. I didn't realize that the military 2 was a compression lock. This is a liner lock. Tip up, one side, one way to carry it. But dude, it feels so good.
You want to see a big ass spider co?
Yeah, let me see it. Hold on, let me put this up. Oh, what's that?
The stretch 4, I think is what it is.
So the stretch 4, is that the biggest one, the longest one? Crow Blaze, thank you, buddy. Antifreeze fund. You know what that means?
That thing is mammoth.
That thing's longer. I gotta do a man hug. Hold on. Thank you, brother. Hopefully we won't get too much freezing here. I know Kyle's gonna get it though.
Yeah, here's a PM2 next to it for size difference.
So I'm saying it's gonna be longer than my military 1. Hold on. Let's go. Military 1 versus stretch. What was it called?
What's a stretch 4?
Stretch 4.
Or police 4. Sorry.
All right, the stretch 2, 4-inch flat.
It's a police 4.
Okay, military 1 versus police.
There, now they're butted up against each other.
All right, let's see what we got. Spyderco military and police 4, typically FRM, both large premium folding knives, but they offer a different in ergonomics and carry. The military offers a more comfortable, secure grip for heavy duty use, while the police 4 features a slimmer profile, superior slicing performance with a flatter grind, and a 4-position clip versatility. Does that sound pretty accurate?
Yeah,
I'm reading what AI is kicking out. Hold on. The military 2, which one's longer? All right, which one's longer? There you go. Which is longer? Which longer? Police 4 is longer than the military 1. The police 4 is 4.1 to 5-inch blade, where the military 1 features a 4-inch blade. So, dude, that's a beautiful knife. Hey, I got yours went out. Your liners went out either yesterday or the day before. I can't remember which.
Well, I just got your package for Todd today.
Okay. And you had some stuff that you were going to be sending him, right? Anyway?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to get out till next week sometime, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, and hopefully the weather won't. Well, there's no telling, but yeah, the scales, and I threw the Mannix in there too.
Okay.
No rush on that, dude. Take your time with it. No.
You want to see your thug? I just finished hand sanding it and hand.
Whose is this?
Paul Mills.
I'll make you big.
Hand polishing it, but I have not put anything on it yet as far as wax or conditioner, and I have not buffed it yet. But here is
Paul Mills. Oh my God. That lava flow?
No, this is just regular red shred carbon.
Is that the 125 that he got, or what's crazy steel?
S125V.
Oh my god, dude. Paul, that looks awesome. And I know you got to take some pictures once you get it polished up. That's awesome.
And I'll sharpen it once I'm done, but I don't sharpen until I'm done with the handles because I don't want to cut myself.
How hard is it? Does it have any grind on it?
No, I mean, there's nothing on it. I mean, it still could probably cut through a potato or something else, but it's not, I mean, it's not like I can.
Right. What are you going to hit it with 20?
With that thickness, yeah, because it's like, I measured it's like 9 thou or 8 thou, something like that before an edge.
Okay.
It's super thin.
God, it's beautiful, dude. I love that knife. I mean, that thug. And like I said, I'd love to see ABW do a folder of that. It's just such a great knife. You know, I've never reviewed one.
Really?
He's never had one that he could send me.
Paul, this turned out great, dude. I think partially recency bias, but I think this was the best one he's made yet, just because this is the newest and he's getting better and better with every iteration. So,
and that's expected. That's not knocking anybody that got one sooner. That's just that's just the way. That's why I love having.
What do you mean? It's a full flat. I don't know what do you mean? What's up with it?
Who said that?
Ron asked, he said, what's up with the grind? I don't know. It's just a full flat.
Let me make you big again. Oh, it hasn't been. When I said it hasn't been sharpened yet. So it doesn't have a grind started on it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like,
I mean,
the bottom.
The secondary.
The geometry will cut. Yeah, it doesn't have a secondary bevel yet. I think that's what he probably meant. Fed.
Do you really want me to, Paul? You missing that thing, Javon?
No, dude. Paul, no. I do not need to review it, because the only reason I would review it is not for me. It would be to help Shane. And Shane's got all the work right now. When he gets ready for me to review one, he will. I want you to get that in your hands, and I want you to start using it. I wasn't looking for it for the channel at all. That's just for shilling for a brother. But
Ron,
thank you, Paul, for offering that.
That's a bead blast, so I don't know what you're talking about. The scratches. That's a bead blast finish. So
I think he's talking about the grind lines. Which is a good thing.
A majority of them are hidden because it is bead blasted. So I mean, you can see some barely up by the ricasso, and that's about it.
I can hold it out. It looks wicked to me, but I can see him.
I mean, there you can see. There you can see them, but I mean, it's actually bead blasted. But when you run your hands across it, you don't really
feel them.
Barely. So, no, it's a good one, Paul.
Hey, buddy.
All right.
I wonder if my cat's made it up there. Hold
you
on.
can take it down.
I'm gonna peek out and look at I'm gonna make you small, and then I'm going to do a quick, it's like makes me click on this twice to make sure I want to. Hold on 1 second, buddy. I'm just gonna peek out for Puck.
Ron, I'm sure everything's huge under 80-inch TV.
Peek for Puck.
By the way, I didn't greet everyone individually, but what's up, everybody? Paul, just let me know what you want me to do. I mean, obviously with the weather, I'm not going to get it out till next week, but I will get it cleaned up as far as sharpening and then get it ready to go. Yeah, Dawson. Did he do Starry Knife? Wasn't that his claim to fame? What's everyone got going on this week? Is it supposed to get cold out west? No, it has not been to Terry yet, Paul.
Ow. My knee.
Yeah, I know, Sierra. It hopefully before too much longer, but he's got to get other stuff done in the meantime.
Puck's not out there. What's up, Maddie?
No, Maddie. Well, that's for you then.
So's the cat. See my cat up there? It's got his. So this is the knife that showed up the other day that I don't remember any dialogue, but it's an interesting little 13-inch machete. It's just called Steel.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's got JXE, JXO. Let me find it. Hold on. JXE. And I want to go whack on it because it feels. I did an unboxing. I haven't posted it yet. And the spine is great for striking a ferro rod. And I have a feeling this is going to be a very inexpensive machete.
I didn't know you could strike a ferro rod off aluminum foil.
And
that's more. That's a kookery.
Throwing knives. Let me find this knife. Hatchets. Related products.
The reason why yours came to me first is because I got other stuff going to Terry too. So it was combinations like that's going to Terry and some other stuff. So it made more sense logistically to send to me to get done and then to send to Terry. So
hey, this product's not on there yet.
And Dawson, I got your package today for the scales. So appreciate it. Yours should be there today or tomorrow.
Camping machete, 0 products. So they haven't added it yet.
Son of a bitch.
What happened?
I just remembered something I forgot to put in the box. I even asked Dawson if. Damn it. All right.
Don't panic.
No, it just makes me mad because it was something to include in the box and I completely forgot.
Did you already send off the box?
Oh, yeah.
It happens, man. Shane's got this giveaway that we did the other night. I've got it written down. I've got parts and pieces here. He's promised a bunch of stuff. He said he'd get up here and hand me. I mean, I don't even remember what it was. Y'all have to remember. It was like a Tuesday night when he was up here. You were here, weren't you, Kyle?
Yeah, and I got something to do with that too, and I got to send something to you, I guess. Then
no, you don't. We'll figure it out, and then you'll send it to me, and I'll send it all out. But I've got to figure out what all it is, what size box I need, because I know I've got a.
Well, I remember I gave away this little Maglite flashlight. I think it was Neil McKenzie. I think won it.
Yeah, he did. Neil won it.
All right, so when I get your Mannix and I put the ball cage in it, I'll put
send
this
that with it. Yes, because we're not in a rush to get it out because Shane's got to bring some stuff up.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I didn't know you were even involved in that. But I do have Neil McKenzie as the winner, and I've got let's see what else I got.
Derek, when I told you to go out and wait by the mailbox, I didn't mean to play in the street.
Sorry, man.
You can't see shit.
I talked to Derek earlier. Let's see.
Dawson, I think you know what I forgot too.
Let's see if I wrote it in my other book. I might not have written shit down.
Hey, Neil, I plan on it. I figured you're busy playing Warcraft. You don't need the flashlight.
No, I got a bunch of stuff: knife, pin, prick, coin, patch, mag light. Neil McKenzie, 4842. I got it right here. And the pin is this is ebony pin I've got up here from PNW Fun Stuff. We got a bunch of stuff going out in that box, but it shouldn't be a huge box. Derek,
Mick, did you ever send me a message? Because I haven't got anything from you, bud. Derek, he said hello to you twice, so stop it. Quit being needy.
Derek ain't needy. He's my brother. Hey, let me check something real quick on my Instagram, see if I got a message. Y'all keep carrying on him.
If he's your brother, that's like the movie Twins, because he's like a foot and a half taller than you.
He is pretty much a foot and a half taller than me. That's so funny. I can't even talk about it here, but it's funny. I'm laughing. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Just something funny that's I can't say right now.
Oh. I know what you're talking about in the chat.
Not in our chat. Not in
No,
our
I know.
chat.
The other group.
Yeah. There's a new member.
Oh, that makes sense.
3 words.
I don't care.
You weren't at Blade Show when Stevie dropped the line of the fucking year.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do. And
I don't give a shit. I don't want to see your knives.
Yeah. Hey, I don't give a fuck. He's flashing though. He's in there now and he's showing off stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's enough. We don't need to.
I need to kill my notifications. Anyhows.
No problem, Nick. I just was making sure. I know you said you're going to reach out, and I hadn't seen anything. We'll make sure it didn't get lost.
Yeah, I got a message today from brother Joe, and he has. What did he say? Because I told him just use his discretion because I didn't really understand what he meant. He said, because I told him I want that tried and true to be able to go in my back pocket. And I gave him some dimensions. I'm working on a design that will keep clip placement at 5 1/4. I can do, but retention will suffer since knife's almost 8 inches. I think it'll be safe if it's a maximum of 6 1/4, but it's completely your call. Just let me know. At 6 1/4, there's still
that's a big knife for back pocket.
I know, and I'll probably carry it in my right. I told him just do whatever you want to do. I told him to do what he wants to do.
Is Terry here?
He was.
Terry, once the snow apocalypse goes through, I got a couple things to send you, including this. Finally, you remember that even? That's been so long.
Is that a lighter?
No, that's a light, a little flashlight. He wanted this one, and Shane picked it up for him. What's up, 5-Door? What's up, Gareth? It's a little brynite or something. Well, that would be if I was coming up there to hand deliver it, Terry. Scooter. Yeah, that just came in the box yesterday. And shoot me a message on that, because I know what you had told Shane, but I have a hard time letting it leave like that. I want to do some stuff, so get with me and we'll figure that out. But yeah, just let me know and we'll get it squared away. But it showed up yesterday.
What was that?
Scooter's got a homestead knife here.
What's up, 5-Door? Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got about 6 or 7 knives in yesterday from him.
From Shane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I invited him. He said he's got his sleep schedule flipped back around, so he's going to be crashing.
Yeah. He's been going to bed early.
That's good. I mean, if it works for him. I wish I could. I wish I could shut my brain down. Even if I wasn't live, I wouldn't be able to shut my brain down before 1 or 2. That's just because I got myself in bad habits when I wasn't working corporate.
Well, I think it would be easy to shut your brain down.
Dude, I'll let you ride in there one day like teacups.
That is a scary, scary place.
Oh, I'm telling
That's
you,
like the dark web.
It can suck you down some weird. And what's weird is I take these little like hour sleep, so I get these weird dream patterns, man. And it's just like I wake up and just woo.
Derek, wait till they come out with the Braille TV.
The Reed Lips TV, where you can just like work me like a puppet, a reverse puppet. Pretty soon I'll be able to go with just like a little potato head or something. Have you ever seen those podcasts that have people they have like a potato head or another one's like Oscar the Grouch. They're not real people. They're
I don't watch that brain rot like you do.
I wonder if Tuki's on. Not that we'd watch him. We got plenty of time. It's early.
Yeah, Maddie wants scratch and sniff.
Man, I'm bumming when I broke my string the other night. I lost a tuning peg, and then I cleaned up around my studio, so I swept up a bunch of paper and shit, and I must have swept it out, but I've got another one coming. I got some strings in, and I couldn't put them in because that tuning peg or the, I guess you call it the bridge peg, is missing. It's missing. Gareth, what is up, brother? Good to see you, man. I haven't put it up yet, but we will have a live on Sunday afternoon. Something cool will be going down. Don't know what yet, but it'll be something cool.
Yeah, see, Rick, he's doing a bigger model in a Tanto. I've got one, but it's in rough condition, so I'm not going to show it until it's done. But
You talking about the Homestead Tanto?
Yeah.
Here, I got an Instagram picture. We were just looking at it. Hold on. We go back to. Let me get out of messages. Instagram's so hard to navigate if you aren't paying attention to what you're doing. All right, home, edgy. Here we go.
Think so?
What?
I just searched the people through the.
I do, but if you're in messages,
that's the easiest way to find people.
Then you gotta click. Yeah, then you gotta click on profile. Which is, yeah, you're right. I'm just bitching, not to be bitching, but you're talking about this guy right here, right?
Yeah. That's the actual knife I have in here.
Have you seen this?
Oh God, dude! He sent that to me. He sent that to me the other night before he posted it, and I was absolutely crying. That is the funniest freaking thing I've ever seen done with AI.
So I gotta do this first. Hold on.
Back in my back in my bag, yeah. I'm back in my I'm back in my bag, yeah. I'm back in my back in my bag flow. Again, yeah, we keep on stacking it. What's happening? Everything in Gucci got me feeling like I'm
lagging.
Like it's been a movie, yeah. So shout out to the cameraman. Pull up to the scene, it's going down like an avalanche. Steady going up like a travel plan. Home is face, lucky power plant. Yeah, I'm on that dope, like I'm back again to busy at the Millie.
Oh, yeah, I can hear that stuff. Well, then leave it on. It's not really stop. I'm out of here. I have no control.
Get that music off.
I'm trying to, dude. Can you turn it off?
Oh, Jesus. Where's it at? Under media?
I just went out here. I'll come back. There we go. Yes, in media.
Where's that?
It's in media.
There, Jesus.
Thank you. and I'm like blacked out. I can't see anything. You can hear me. Hold on, I'm gonna have to turn my computer off and restart it. Y'all have fun without me.
All right.
I'll be back. Doggone it, Daddy. I can't have nothing.
Now the stream really begins. 5-door. Yeah, it's because he's got 13,500 tabs open. Yeah, so that dancing Shane is absolutely freaking hilarious. And it reminded me of, if you guys all remember the infamous video or the live stream with Shane talking about his little buddy, the little guy, and just reminding him, like, when you sent me that video, I go, look at them little legs. James was the guy we did some fundraisers for. So no, Marco, I appreciate it, but Maddie's too cool to hang out with us. Yeah, Derek, James. That's why I was thinking of his little legs moving funny like that. That's Dawson. That's kind of like the little hamster wheel going around in his head. Oh, I think he's back.
By God.
You back?
I'm back. But I've got more shit that's going to pop up on my computer because I beat the stuff up that's getting ready to just spyware me. Like that, I don't need open. Let's close that.
Correction, Maddie. I said, you think you're too cool for us.
What's he getting ready to do? Uh-oh. We're getting all kinds of stuff popping up now.
Mick, I absolutely agree. That is possibly Cole's best work when it comes to AI.
That dancing?
Yes.
That's so good.
And there are so many funny things. The more you watch it, the more you catch on. Like, zero wrinkles on his face. His head size looks normal,
but his body looks different. So it's not even him.
No, it's him. But but my point is, it's just enhanced and everything looks better. And I think someone pointed out to me. I'm not going to call him out, but I think someone pointed out that looks like the background is actually China.
Well, the background is, if I'm not mistaken, it's the Kaiser dinner, which is in Atlanta. But let's go back to it. Hold on, let's see if I can get it to
thought they
work.
said that it was. I thought they said maybe they saw something in the background that.
And we going back to back on them like we here, we and we Riley. This that back in my back, flow, we back again so highly. This that back in my back, flow, we back to chicken Tommy. This that back in my back, flow, we bring the force like Tommy. Back in my.
You turned it off?
I turned it off.
Turn it back on.
No. Just don't play the music.
It makes it so much better. No, that's looking over Atlanta. That's the or up.
Well, how would they have the
upstairs.
Kaiser dinner? The AI is not going to know that.
Huh?
AI is not going to know where that's at.
No, but if they took the picture from there, that's exactly where it is. That's what we looked over, or something very close to that. Maybe not. Who knows? I was on mushrooms when I was up there, so I don't remember much.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Milton.
I thought that was so funny.
What's up, Robin?
But yeah, Shane's got some heaters on there. Go up here and check out what's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, Dawson.
Deer Lick Forge. This guy, we got 2 of his knives or 3 of his knives at the shop. He makes some beautiful traditionals. An M1 Grand barrel is what that's made out of.
I don't give a shit. For as long as I'm doing live streams, that'll never not be funny.
What's that?
Every time I say happy birthday to Milton, everyone else does too.
Happy birthday, Milton.
It's not his birthday.
I know. That's what makes it funny, dumbass.
He probably hates me. Well, the audio didn't.
Hi, Milton. What's up, brother?
Dumbass.
I know it. I don't claim to be anything less. Hey, my Spotify usually pops up and I have to close it out. It hasn't popped up yet. Because it's a resource eating bitch.
Are you still on your 2E? Apple 2E?
No, I'm worse. I'm on a what is it? It's a Aspire. A Windows Aspire. 10 with the Radeon 5 processor, 16 megs RAM. I'm crawling, dude.
16 megs of RAM is more than enough for what you're doing here.
Oh, I know, but still, I shouldn't. I've got a MIDI hooked up to it too that I don't have hooked up to it actively, but it's gobbing a bunch of resources. My keyboard.
That shouldn't pull from this.
It shouldn't when it's not running. I think I did that, and maybe Luke, that's why my Spotify is not showing up. You could be right, brother.
Yeah, you probably have your Windows machine set up to automatically open everything when you turn the thing on.
No, I didn't. I tried to get it to be very minimal when it's booting up.
He's like my grandma's got 14,000 Mahjong games open in the background.
Oh, I had to set my mom's. It don't even start. We've had to go through computers because she gets playing those games and they'll put spyware on her. She'll just open them off different websites and start doing her Wordle or whatever it is she does.
Agreed, Richard. It's amazing what, like, so my grandma, when she turns her computer off, she unplugs the Ethernet cable every single time because she thinks that's part of the power. And
well, it's not a bad thing to do, but
she also thinks that she has to have it plugged in to use it in her house, even though we told her she's got Wi-Fi and she uses her iPad, but she still doesn't understand that her computer doesn't have to be plugged in.
So she plugs it in every time. It's just part of her routine.
Yeah.
Well, like I told you, even though I've got fast Wi-Fi and a really good router, I always hardwire my if I can, if I'm close enough. And right now I've got probably 20 feet of cable running from my router to my laptop, just so I'm not dealing with the wireless connection.
Luke, double the well, it's funny that she gets certain things, but like, dude, I swear to God, she goes to a printer like every 4 or 5 months.
I'm having major issues with my fucking printer. I'm trying to stop.
She prints off like 13,000. I keep saying that number, but she prints off a shit ton of
everything that comes.
Recipes, but then she's printing them off of like Facebook, so it like prints like a stack of this many pages.
Yeah, instead of just copying the recipe and putting it in Notepad and then printing it off.
She has no clue. We tried explaining shit to her, but then she runs out of ink, and then they try hooking her on the ink. What do you call it? The reload automatic, and it's like, no, you're not paying for that bullshit.
Yeah, you don't need. And so my whole thing is, I went to EcoTank, and what's happened with mine?
It's cheaper for her to replace she buys a $50 freaking printer and just runs it till it's done in ink, and then just get another one. It's cheaper.
Well, all I'm printing is my dad's pill schedule, and now it won't feed the paper because I think my wheels need to be cleaned because it hadn't printed in so long. And you can buy these cleaning pages for like $11 through Amazon. And I'm thinking, do I want to do that or just get a fucking printer that I'm only going to be printing a few things? It's not like I need to be yielding all my ink, but I just bought ink for this Epson printer like a month ago. So I've got a shitload of ink for it, but now it's not feeding paper. and I've probably printed 20 pages off of it.
What do you need to print? There's nothing I ever need to print.
Just my dad's pill schedule. So he's got a little thing that he likes to check off that says Monday AM took 9 pills at whatever time, and then PM took 4 pills, and we've got that printed out. So all he has to do is check it off, and he does it.
If you print that little, you can just go up to the freaking library, pay 20 cents a page or 10 cents a page, and whatever you need, and be done with it.
Or just print it at work. I could do that too. But I want to fix the printer because it's frustrating now because it's a 2-year-old printer. And the only thing that's happening is I think those rollers have got dust on them and they just need to be cleaned off so it'll pull the paper through.
Todd, you're full of, you want your box or not?
Max Rock. I've never wanted to pay and play.
Sierra, thanks, dude. She's an absolute trip, dude. She 92, and like her biggest thing is she loves cooking for people, so she always makes she has like award-winning angel food cakes she makes for people for gifts, and then she makes a lot of soups and that kind of stuff. Drizzy, what's up, dude?
Doing stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Just being able to keep busy. Man, I want to film this video tonight. I don't think I've got another one I can throw in its place either. That sucks.
I'm not sure that that's going to make much difference. And at her age, I could care less how many she buys. She can do whatever she wants. I mean, she's at that point, she can do whatever the hell she wants, and I'm perfectly content with it. I'm happy that she's here.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. All you want her to do is to be, I mean, you couldn't want her to be doing more than what she's doing. What a great thing that she still likes to cook for people. And
what's up, Bloomy?
She's got the wherewithal to do it. What's up, Bloom?
Yeah, she wanted to drive down here tomorrow to deliver soup to me. And I'm like, it's supposed to be like 0 degrees outside and snowing. You're not leaving your house. Stay there.
How far is she from you?
About 30, 35 minutes.
35 minutes north. Yeah, she doesn't need to be out, of course. But the fact that she wants to, she's just thinking of other people.
Well, she's like, I just want to get out of the house and take a little trip. Okay.
But just wait for a sunnier day.
Yeah.
5-door will bring you soup, Kyle. Oh, I'll bring you soup, man.
That works. I live about 7 minutes from the airport, so you can fly right in. I'll grab the soup and I'm good to go.
I can meet you right at what do you call it? I guess you can almost meet them at security and pass it through. They probably wouldn't take too kindly to that, though. They don't make them like that anymore.
No. This dude, absolute tough as nails. Like, just still to this point, she finally this year is starting to acknowledge the fact that she's slowing down a little bit.
Well, at least, I mean, that's okay to feel that way as long as she's not just going from, one extreme to the other. If she's slowing down, that's good. As long as she's not crashing. Y'all, I'm getting hungry. What the fuck?
She, her big thing is you try to teach her something. She's like, I don't want to learn that. It's like, okay. But what if, you start to, you can't hear to answer the phone. Why don't you try to get her to text and all that kind of stuff? And she's like, well, if I have to learn something new, then something has to leave, and I don't have any more room in my brain, and I don't want to lose anything that I've got currently.
That's so true, though. I've got to make room for it. I'm not freeing up any RAM. Damn it! These are memories.
So She loves loves to watch her baseball every year.
So she still avidly keeps up with that.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Who the
And she's
players are,
92?
all kind of stuff. Yeah.
I think my dad just turned 89. And he's happy, but he's clueless.
She's starting, and like my mom gets worried about because she's starting to get forgetful, but it's like she's 90 freaking 2. Like she's allowed to start getting forgetful. Like it's okay.
Absolutely. And
Like,
there's only so much you can keep up with, right?
like, who cares? Like if she's forgetful of certain words, I can't remember the exact phrasing. Like big freaking deal. Like she's still sharp when it comes to like the majority of shit. It's not like she's.
I agree 100% with that statement. John needs to give his computer some Red Bull. No doubt, dude. John's going to have to break early so he can get to Taco Bell and back. He's got like 50 minutes before said faction, and he's starving. I'm feeling like 3 Mexican pizzas before the snow comes.
Taco Bell's open for 5 more hours.
I know, but dude, if I don't do it soon, I will fall asleep because I've got to do a video of this military. It'll only take 8 minutes. It'll be a short one. My last 2 videos haven't even been 8 minutes.
Right, Jeffrey?
That's CRS. Let me see if this turns me off or gets me going. Hold on a second.
Well, it's funny the things that you do remember. Like, I was having this conversation the other day with someone, and it's like, I can't remember sometimes what I ate for lunch, but I can remember like every single shot that I hit on a certain course like 25 years ago.
Oh, dude, I can remember the Canterbury Tales preamble in Old English that I had to memorize in 12th grade to graduate from high school. And I can't get it out of my brain. And I know it's taking up major, major space. So there's stuff that, I mean, I would love to be able to forget that. What's that? Guys, I'm feeling it.
Jeffrey, congratulations on your pet.
Nice. Congrats. Kyle, I'm going to have to go eat, brother. I'm going to have to bail early. You want to stay on and hang for a little bit, and I'll come back after I get my Taco Bell?
It depends on how long you're going to be going.
It takes me 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Nah. Well, nah.
Stay on for a little bit. You sure?
All right. And then if I get bored, I'll end it.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave this. How do I leave my picture up there? I'm just gonna leave the studio and I'll be right back. Takes me.
Okay.
It might take me 15 minutes. Depends on traffic.
All right.
I'll hurry back.
All right.
Later.
Later. All right, y'all. Since I got no one here to feed off of, you're gonna have to hit me up with some questions so we can keep this flowing through. Thought I saw one earlier. Oh, 100% have. I was playing off of good old Billy Bob and Crispy Bacon as his hog. Yeah, that's part of it, but when it depends on where you're at and how much snow you get, when it gets to a certain point, they can't take care of it. And it becomes an issue everywhere. Oh, good Lord. We got all kinds coming in. No, I have not, Todd. Crispy. I'll be nice and won't answer that one. Scooter, probably never. Just because I like my privacy and anonymity. I wouldn't not necessarily suggest that, Maddie. If you're going to do an EDC option like that, what I would suggest is to get, it's not much larger and it's smaller than a lot of options. I would grab a regular, like a 1x6 or a 1x4 stone at a higher grit and use it as a hone. And then grab a piece of leather from one of the leather makers and glue it to the back of your stone. And then you've got a hone on one side and a strop on the other. And then you're done. You don't have to worry about anything. And that'll actually give you more options out and about than you would if you didn't. Paul, I have not sharpened yet. I just got the handles done on tonight. 86.3, I do believe. Yeah, that definitely makes a big difference, but it depends on where you're at, whether or not you can, like, if you're in Atlanta and you get 3 inches of snow, it shuts down everything because they don't have the equipment to take care of it. Richard, if you're buying it, then I'm sure it's probably coming to me because I end up doing most of the sharpening. Yeah, it's scary, isn't it, Sierra? Paul, I didn't skip you. What would you ask me? I'm going right straight through them. Sounds like you're up for a fun weekend. Gareth, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Well, I don't know if I can really do that on the live and get away with it, Terry, but I appreciate it. Derek, if I write something down and you don't see it, is it truly written down? Yeah, I mean, Todd, I'm pretty much at a point where I'm happy with where I'm at stones wise. So I'm not looking for anything else unless somebody is wanting testing done, but I would probably do that if I didn't like sour cream so much. I can type pretty fast on any keyboard. 5-door. What do we else forgot? Oh, you guys are too slow. I'm running through your questions like the guys in the hood through Derek's mom. I can think faster than you can type, Derek. Derek, I am, buddy. I am, but it's okay. Derek, you should self-censor your thoughts. The more you know. The more you know, Terry. Same, but different. I don't know, but I'm interested in the swallow part. All right. I know this is kind of dumb because I don't really care, but are any knives you guys interested in coming up? That makes sense, Mills. If you guys want to bounce, I don't blame you. Oh, I don't care, Paul. It's fine. Todd. Yeah, I got. So this one is Paul's Thug in S125V. Then we got these all came in yesterday, so they're not cleaned up or anything yet. Here's a little kitchen knife. Let's see what else. I've not seen that one yet, Scooter. Upchurch, not the one that I was with. Yes, Jeffrey, I did see that. That looks good. Terry, get out of my head. Attaboy, Crispy. I have no idea what the hell that is either, 5-door. Are you speaking English? That one douche that's got screwed over quite a few people. Well, I don't think I'm going to out someone like that, Drew. And I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like most of the time, I'm fairly fortunate. I don't get a ton of shitty knives sent through, just because I try to keep myself in a price point that avoids that. But I've had a couple ones that are rough that come through that, needed quite a bit of work, had some big chips or whatever else, but nothing that stands out that's like horrendous, like I would turn away. Oh, you're clever. You're clever, girl. Sierra, yes, he did make it, and it is not a one-off. He's made several of those. Mick, who did a video on it? Because if that's who I'm thinking of, then I don't really think that their knife opinion means much. Yeah, Robin, I don't know about the last part, but he's just a whack job that it's full of shit. Yeah, that it's going to be, once I put an edge on it, Todd, it's going to be pretty freaking amazing. It's pre-edge, it's like somewhere between 8 and 10 thou. So it should end up being 12 to 13, 14, somewhere in that range with an edge on it. And there'll be a laser beam. I know, Mick. I'm just throwing out things that are quips that hopefully are entertaining, but I really don't care for them, so it doesn't really matter. And here's a hot take. And I think most people know this. I don't really follow a lot of what's new. That's why I ask you guys, because I'm not really looking for knives. So I don't really follow a lot of what's coming out. So, Todd, I don't want to misquote because I don't know off the top of my head, but I know he did chat with either Brian or Alex on it to get some advice and follow their protocol. So it's going to be the best of the best. Yes, that's part of it, and that's also partly so that way, if I end up clipping a corner, I can tell if I need to re-establish my my blade positioning, so that way I'm not running through clamps, even though it happens sometimes, and you just deal with it. But what's up, Roman? Yeah, I'm here for a bit by myself this evening. That's cool, Jeffrey. That's not one of my fave designs of theirs, but it's a nice knife though. Derek, put your tongue back in your mouth. Yeah, Paul, that sounds about right. I just didn't want to misquote and put him out there to say something that wasn't right. But I think Gareth, these right here, that is a these clamps are loaded by pressure, so that this is that turns it and actually makes it tighter for the gap depth there. So they're like a hinge clamp. And a bowl of rice? Did you get him, like, drop him in water like you do on your phone? By the time he gets back, he's going to forget that he even had a live stream going. Paul, it's not going to make much difference. And when it comes to that, it's going to cut for freaking ever, based off of geometry as well, too. No, quit being jealous, 5-door. My keyboard is completely movable. It has its own free will. It is not stuck to any certain portion of my desk. I must have missed something there. I don't know what the hell hate vibes you're talking about, but yeah, Todd, that's a cool knife. It's at 64 to anywhere 64, 65. It's going to be just a monster, especially with how thin his is. It's going to be wild. I want to say Nitro V. I'm pretty sure it's Nitro V. He did most of his kitchen knives in Nitro V. Just for a good balance of stainless versus edge stability and toughness. Well, it seems to be spacing things out all right. Paul, you don't have one, really? I figured you did with your collection. They what's up, Robert? Derek, it'd be a good cutter, but the yeah, but it's not. I mean, it's got good geometry, but it's not the same for the height of the blade is not ideal for a kitchen knife. But yours is bigger than most of them, though, so that's a difference. Gotcha. That happens, man. Are you talking about Mick? Are you talking about your keyboard on your phone is spacebar is broke, or are you talking about like touchscreen, or are you talking about like on your actual computer? Todd, that is 100% accurate. S45 is the best that they do. Although I'll put an asterisk next to that. I have not tested the new MagnaCut since they've been running it tougher, and I want to, and I think that'll make a difference depending upon. Derek, are you trying to actually correct me on something that I'm reading? How did you read that? But yeah, their S45 is done very well. It's not custom level, but for a production level, it's done well. And it's better than any of their other stuff. Just avoid their 20 CV and avoid early on MagnaCut. If it's a new stuff, then it should be decent. But again, I can't put a stamp on it until I actually test it myself. Derek, you may be able to do voice to text, but you can't do voice to remove your comments, buddy. Yeah, Paul. Get a hinder. What the hell are you waiting on? Are you able to open it up and replace it? Or is it completely sealed? I see it as soon as you post it, buddy. There's no delay on StreamYard. So back to the other knives that came in this week. Here is a nice thick Warncliffe. Derek, when you first got here, there were a bunch of people typing, and I couldn't just talk over Javon. So, and you're not the only person that matters, buddy. Love you, but calm down. Yeah, this one was for Bob DeMarco. This is his design, so. Let's see. What else? There was one of the, I don't think he's here, but Jacob Vargas. This is his knife. Again, these are not cleaned up yet, but they are pretty good. This is the clip point he's doing now. Scooter, it's okay, buddy. We got we have a love-hate relationship. He loves me and I hate him. That is a newer one. And then and Scooter, I'm not going to show yours because I still want to talk to you about that before we move forward. Todd, I understand. I think I don't know how many you've held or messed around with, but they grow on you, and it's like I respect Demcos, but I'm not a fan of them necessarily. But I understand. So it depends on what you're looking for out of the knife. I just like the way that the Hinders are built more personally. Mick, it can be. Wait till you get into doing hardened blades. That is a total different animal. If you guys saw the picture that Cheeto posted recently of his fret, that is MagnaCut at 64 and change. And for certain reasons, I ended up putting a hand satin on that from where it came in at 36 grit. I took it all the way up to 600 grit. And that took almost 7 hours worth of sanding by hand. So, yeah, there's titanium's one thing, and then you're doing hardened blades is a whole different animal. But yeah, the big thing. So, if I can give anyone any pointers that for sanding, the easiest way to do something and know that you're going to get a good finish, because there's nothing more frustrating than starting out and then going up and up in the grits, and then you get to the end, you see all these little scratches in there. If you want to make sure that when you get to the end that you're not getting tons of scratches, start sanding one direction. So if you're starting at 120, go 120 this way until there's no more no more vertical scratches. And then when you go to the next one, 180 or whatever, go at an angle and make sure there's no more horizontal scratches. And then you go to the 240, go back to vertical scratches, make sure there's no more horizontal ones. You always change your grits so that way you know you don't go on to the next grit until all the scratches from the previous grit are gone. And then you can work through it. So that makes all the difference in the world as far as getting to the end and not having tons of scratches on there. I just was throwing it out there. It doesn't matter what you're sanding. It's always going to be it's the same way with doing mirror polished blades as far as like the edges sharpening. You can't move to the next stone until you get the grits out from the previous one. Otherwise, they're going to show up at the end. What's up, Josh? Yeah, that can work, but it depends on what the finish was before you started. So like if the company did a bead blast, it may have been at 200 grit or less. So by trying to polish it out with a high polish like Flitz is going to take freaking forever. Just you may need to cut it more. So like sandpaper at 240, then work your way up to the grits and then start polishing. If you don't want to take all the time in the world. and you want to make sure you get all the scratches out, because the bigger the jump you make, so if you go from, all right, Derek, thanks, buddy. Good seeing you. Have a good night. Be careful. If you go from, say, a 120 grit and you jump up to like 1,000 grit, and then you go to a flitz, you're not going to get all those 120 grit scratches out with the 1,000 grit unless you're spending hours upon hours. So you got to have those steps a little bit closer together and then be able to start polishing. So yeah, I mean, that's fine, but I guess it again, it depends upon what kind of finish you're trying to get to. I mean, if you want a true polish, then you got to spend time to get all those scratches out. So but I'm kind of particular when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm very, very anal about it. So, yeah, diamond paste works for sure. I don't have one here to show. Actually, maybe. Well, no, I don't. I was going to say if I had a blade here to show that I've done. I don't have one handy. But yeah, doing scales is not too much. Derek, that was for you, buddy. I was trying to give you some good thoughts before you took off. We got any sharpening questions by chance? Anyone have any thoughts on that? Now that Derek's leaving, we're going to have the chat's going to be completely empty. Gareth. Yeah, I got a couple things. So I've got my daily use is, so I use a loop every time I'm sharpening to check out edges. And then I've got, it is actually put away. Let me find it. I've got a microscope that is actually wireless, and it transmits via Bluetooth. I can run it off of an app on my iPad or my phone and be able to showcase that. Let me see if I can find that. Actually, you know what? I'll have to, when Javon gets back, I'll have to do that because it's buried. So I might have to get in to see it. But yeah, I've got one of those, but I rarely ever use it. I don't see that it must be used for, it's more of a tool to show off with, but it's not a necessity by any means, because you're so dialed in as far as magnification that even then it's hard to keep a steady hand and see exactly what you're doing. So Todd, that makes a big difference. I got in that kitchen knife that my mom, I got 9 hours in that blade for hand sanding it. It makes all the difference in the world as far as getting your scratch pattern completely even, and that's what you're looking for. Paul, I hadn't decided yet. Probably a medium grip, probably something in that F500 to 600 range, which is like 700 to 800. So it keeps a lot of bite, but still is refined. Because that bevel is going to be small because of how thin it is. So it kind of defeats the purpose of having anything super polished, because you're not going to see it very well. If you just do like a basic medium to medium fine grit, it'll last longer and you're going to have still refinement there. So oh yeah, because I think in that 9 hours, I only took off like, I'm trying to remember what I measured. It was less than a tenth. So it's not, it wasn't a ton of steel, but it takes forever on hard steel to get it off, even with good abrasives. Thank you, bud. I appreciate that. Height wise. So the key is how you're mounting it. So like this is, that is roughly 3/4. So what I'm going to do is, one, I'm going to have to get close to the spine, right? And you're not going to be able to go super low angle on it. So I'm going to get that in here real tight to the spine. Then I'm going to determine what angle I need to be, so that way the stone's not ripping off my clamps. And even if it's too tight, sometimes I'll do is I will completely go to 1. Yes, you got to be more careful because you have a lot less reinforcement behind it, but you tend to have more ability to get around. So those are the 2 tricks I have, unless you wanted to go into something like a specialty clamp, like an undercut clamp, then you could potentially do more with that. But that's the easiest way, Ron, is to try to get as pinched as tight as you can to the spine and not go super low on your angle. Todd, I've been trying to decide if I want to spend the money to do it. But so you can get an air-based system for inexpensive, under $100, but you have to have a decent CFM rating on it, and it would have to be quiet enough because I would be doing it inside. So then I'd have to buy a whole new compressor, and that would be more expensive. But the electronic machines start off at like $700 to $1,000, and then the ultrasonic versions are like $4,000. But if I was doing it all the time, then yes, I would definitely invest in the machine. Brian did a good video on that a long time ago. Yeah, Mick, I can help you with that. Make a decision when you're ready. Josh, you wish, partner. That's Hapstone. There is a adjustment as far as they have a part that you can use from Hapstone on there, but it's not the same. Yeah, so they make, so for like knives that are super, super thin, right? When you're putting it in here, they have a, let me see, let me grab something here. Hang on. You have, so like on this one, I don't know if you can see it very well. You see how those are flat side to side. This helps on a thin blade because the opening is not very good. So that, or good, it's not very wide. So that'll pinch in there tight. So I can get this knife right at the edge and pinched in tight and have a lot more room. So that is an option, right? Where you have a central clamp or using a single clamp like this. This is just more stable than this because it's a wider variation of it and it's thinner. Then you have stuff like this, which is the same, but it has a slight, it's hard to see. It's got a, there from the side, you can see that angle cut in on the top right here. It's got an undercut. So what that does is it makes it actually narrower behind. So if I put that spine in there like that, it's actually narrower behind than what it is here. So it will hold it tighter without having to have as much material to clamp onto. Yeah, the fillet clamps are kind of the same principle as the undercuts. It just depends on what brand you're using them from. So like the Cockburtmata or whatever the hell you pronounce it, those are the undercut ones. The fillets are from TS Prof, but just all depends. No, you create your own depth and your own no. No, just because I mean, this is gonna sound silly, but A, I don't really care if they get dinged up a little bit, and B, I'm only doing that to show if I'm actually need to make an adjustment or to protect blade finish, but the majority of the time it's not actually going to affect anything. And I'm not concerned as far as if the clamp gets a little scratched or dinged or any of that kind of stuff. It's a tool that's going to get used and going to get put through its paces. So, and I've been doing it for years and they've held up. So even like on my, I've got a Cadet over there, the back side, and I got corners of them that have been ground down. That's not a big deal. I don't have too much problem with holding capability, Mick, especially with when you get a good clamp, you're going to have a little more pressure, a little more force. So you're not going to have that wobble. Not gonna have that wobble. See, this is loose right now, but if I do, so if I put this in here normal like this, just a single blade, right? And I clamp it down. It's not, you can see how it can get a little bit of wiggle back and forth. But if I tighten that down with the pressure like that, now there's barely any. So I have good pressure and I'm only clamped 1/8 of an inch onto that blade. So it's a matter about the better clamps you have, the more pressure you're going to get. And then, so say I throw a second one on. And I turn that in slightly like that. It's even tighter. I'm not going to have any movement there at all. Let's see what Todd said. Yes, 100%, Todd. I mean, to me, I don't necessarily think that's a better way of holding them as far as like that. People think it's quicker. This is just as quick as a magnetic base because every time you put it in that magnetic base, you have to get it in there and then line it up to make sure it's the same angle. And then when you flip it, you got to line it up. Same thing. This is just as quick. This is more secure. And you don't have to deal with things like it's in there with getting swarf or metal shavings on your magnets. The only downside is if you put something over top of that, like whether it be Captain tape or some sort of tape, then you lose a little bit of strength as far as your magnetism. But and then depending upon what you're sharpening too, what if you're sharpening like Teravantium? That's not going to hold it. What am I covering, buddy? We are. So I just was talking about that it's more for visuals for me to see whether or not I'm catching corners and or a little bit of protection against the blades, but it has nothing to do with. I don't really care if it's. So I'm not using it for grip, and I'm not using it for protection against the actual clamps. Night Scooter.
What is up?
What do you do?
Dude, I've been fucked around. Just got back, got my pizzas here. Figured you were getting ready to shut her down and figured I'd come in here and say, what's up?
Yeah. Your 15 minutes has been 45.
Did you get my text? Did you get my text?
No, I've been.
I ran into your text where I was sitting in the drive-thru. They wanted me to come in and use my app to save time, and I didn't have the app downloaded, so I had to sit in the drive-thru for about 13 minutes. And then got up there and they wanted to give me grief for not going in and using my app. Dude, this place is crazy.
Oh.
But they weren't out, so I did get my 2 Mexican pizzas and 2 soft tacos. And I'm getting ready to pack them in, watch some Said Faction.
Yeah.
Did Jason ever stop by?
Nope.
I didn't know if he would be able to or not. Dude, I appreciate you holding it down.
Not a problem, man. I just sat here and answered some questions and gave Derek crap. So
we should have sent him a link. I just got starving, man. I think it was you talking about your grandmother's cooking that got me kicked off. I'm gonna blame you on it.
Not a problem, dude.
Well, I love you, brother.
All right, take care.
All right, I'm gonna close this out.
All right, sounds good. Take care, everybody.
See y'all at Said Faction. Later.